Hey guys, sorry I haven't made a video for a while. I've actually been really getting into trying to lose weight. And I've been walking around a lot, almost every day. And I said last time I talked about this, that it was possible to get into ketosis while eating carbs and eating a reasonably balanced diet. And I'm still maintaining that. But what I'm finding is that it's not sufficient on its own to lose weight in the most efficient way. And when I started that process, which I told you about in the last video with the increased copper and the getting into the ketosis, I started going on walks that try and help me burn some calories. And I found that to start with, I could walk for maybe an hour and I would just run out of energy, basically. I would just be huffing and puffing and I could barely move my body, and if I had to walk up a hill, I would be like, wah, wah, wah. And it's not because I wasn't strong enough. Like I exercise down the gym fairly frequently and I do my cardio fairly frequently, but just doing these long walks, my body was just failing to produce enough energy. Now, do I not have, I mean I wasn't eating very much, I was in quite a large calorie deficit. But thinking about it, my body is full of fat. I've still got plenty of fat on me, I've lost some weight, but I'm still plenty fat. But all this fat in my body, why was I not able to use this as energy on my walks? I was supposedly in ketosis somewhat when I started, but eventually my fat burning ability was just drying up and I was failing to burn off my body fat, and I was having to have a bit of bread or something to get my energy back up. And I've gradually refined what I'm doing here such that the energy generation of my body, while it is on a fairly large calorie deficit, has been getting better and better. And what do I mean by refining? I mean by basically just adjusting my supplements and adjusting my micronutrients such that my body has a better and better ability to use its fat for energy. Because really, I've got I don't know how many calories, probably 50,000 calories just sitting in my stomach, which I should be able to use. So there should be no reason for me to be getting tired on these walks. And I've been gradually adjusting my supplements and adjusting my nutrition. And I'm to the point now where I can basically walk all day for 6 hours. And at the end of it, my muscles and my feet are horribly tired and they hurt and I don't really want to walk anymore. But my energy is fine. My energy is amazing. Do I need to eat to maintain my energy while I'm doing these giant walks? No, not really. I mean, I sometimes find a nice looking cafe in the middle of it and just have a food for fun, but I'm never really running out of energy. Now, how have I got to this point? I mean, I told you last video I started taking more copper, and that really helped to get into ketosis, and I do believe the copper is absolutely essential. But there is a number of other things which I've added on which have really helped me to maintain my high energy while I do it. And the first one is zinc. Now, zinc is super well known for having to take with copper, but I didn't really appreciate how sensitive the ratio of the zinc to the copper was. So previously I was taking 50 milligrams zinc and 20 milligrams of copper, and I increased my copper and that got me into ketosis, which I thought was really good. But I did not realize how important increasing the zinc was as well and maintaining the ratio. So I found that the ratio of, I mean, this is very well known, you don't need me to tell you this, but the ratio of 10 to 1 zinc to copper is incredibly important. So if you don't have that amount of zinc, you don't really generate as much energy as you need to. And the other thing which zinc is very useful for is mood, just not being depressed all day. So when I was taking a large amount of copper, I would just take it in the morning and be horribly depressed until about lunchtime when I added a bit more zinc, and then my mood just suddenly lifted and I was just in a great mood again. So I think for serotonin production, zinc is incredibly important. And that is one of the ways you can tell if you need more zinc. And I've actually had it the other way around as well. How can you tell if you need more copper? And the thing which I noticed very much when I didn't have enough copper was my allergies got a lot worse. So I think copper is very necessary for DAO production. I figure what that's an acronym for, but it reduces the histamine in your body. And so if you don't have enough copper, then allergies can definitely flare up. Now, that's probably not going to be a problem for everyone, but it may be a problem for someone, and you could potentially use that as a mechanism to tell if you need more copper. And the other one I found, which was very, very necessary for my energy production while on this fat burning diet, was selenium. Now, honestly, I don't really know why selenium is important. I mean, there's a load of papers on it which suggested it's needed for fat burning. The reason I decided to try increasing my selenium was because I was starting to get cold. And selenium is one of the important nutrients for thyroid. So I thought, why am I getting cold on this diet? I shouldn't really be getting that cold. I tried increasing my selenium, and that got me a lot warmer, and it also increased my energy. By energy, I mean ability to keep going on almost no carbohydrates, almost no calories, on like a 6-hour walk. And now I'm just going around almost every day, walking a huge distance and maintaining this massive energy. And the reason you want to maintain high energy, even when you're just sitting around doing nothing, if you're trying to lose weight and not eating much food, and you just have no energy to walk up the stairs, and you're just thinking, oh, I'm so hungry, I can't do anything today, that is your body not being able to use its stored fat. And so, for starters, you will not be you're not losing weight as effectively as you want to. But secondly, there is a large danger that because you're unable to burn your fat effectively, you could be burning off your muscles. And that is absolutely not what you want. In fact, while I've been losing weight over this past month and a half or so, my lifts have gradually been increasing. I have not been losing strength at all. Now, I'm clearly not an amazing strength athlete, but I've still been lifting for maybe 5 to 6 years now, and to be continually improving my lifts while I have lost 5 to 6 kilograms is quite good. It's very rare for me. I mean, usually my lifts just, when I lose this amount of weight, my lifts just go down in the toilet. But by keeping my energy stores up constantly, I am maintaining a constant fat burning state, so I'm able to keep my lifts up while I'm losing this weight. And honestly, this has been a revelation for me. In the past, I've always tried to do keto or fasting or some crazy diet to lose my weight. But I'm just finding by optimizing my body nutrition, I'm able to lose the weight very easily, never really feeling tired, never really feeling hungry, never really running out of energy, and not losing any muscle. And it's been great for me. I hope someone's interested in this. No one watched my last weight loss video, so maybe if you watch this, I hope you got some value out of it. All right, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.